Hey, my little cupcakes. I have a really cute story. The name of this book is Cone Cat. Here we go. One day, Jeremy woke up at the vet's, and there was the cone. So he woke up at the vet's, and there was a cone on his face. Like a giant white bell, it bent his whiskers, blocked his view, and bungled his super cat senses. I'm a cone cat now, he told himself. I will never be the same. So he didn't like having a cone on him. He just didn't care for it. It'll never be the same. As Jeremy, he'd been nimble and quick, and he prided himself on his sweet scent. Now he was knocking into door jambs and backing his way down the stairs with all the grace of a fat squirrel. He didn't smell so good either. Clearly, the cone was winning. So he didn't like what was happening. He couldn't move. He couldn't smell. To take his mind off his problems, he tried to keep busy, hunting, redecorating, and hiding from Ava, the little human. But nothing could shake his feline funk until a change landed right on his lap, his cone. So he was trying to stay busy. He just wasn't happy. But something landed right on his cone. Ava had been eating breakfast as usual, fruity oats and milk, his favorite, and as always, he jumped on the table to lap up the leftovers. But this time his tongue couldn't reach the bottom of the bowl. Come on, cone, he said, help me out. The cone didn't answer. So he tried to lick up Ava's leftover fruity oat cereal and the milk, and he couldn't get to it because of the cone was on his face. What's he gonna do? Then something magical happened. Just as Cone Cat wilted like the saddest flower, the bowl tipped towards him. Milk and cereal poured into his mouth and into the cone, too. He could save some for later. Could the cone be a friend after all? Oh, he looked so happy with all the fruitios on his cone. He saved some for later to lick up. It got even better. That spider he was stalking, it didn't taste as good as he had hoped. And the armchair and stuffing, not a tuft left behind. So he had the armchair stuffing in his cone, and he ate the little ant he was hunting. He said it didn't taste so good. Plus, if he directed the cone just so, he could hear Ava coming before she even left her room. All this led up to the greatest moment is Cone Cat's life. All this led up to the greatest moment at Cone Cat's life, Ava's birthday party. So he was very excited. Ava was having a birthday party, and he was excited. Of course, a gathering of little humans can be a nightmare for a cat. But then comes the cake, and with it, ice cream. So he said sometimes a birthday party with little humans can be a nightmare, but it comes with cake and ice cream. Yes, the tall humans were serving ice cream in a big dollopy scoops, strawberry sprinkle surprise flavor. The little humans all lined up with their bowls for the treat. Cone Cat drooled, inching his way closer. While he was seeing things, was he seeing things, or did these bowls look familiar? So he thought the bowls looked like the cone that was on his face. As his little human spooned the stuff into their mouths, like so much catnip, he pressed himself up to the front of the line and... So while the other kids are putting sprinkles and other things on their ice cream, He's inched up to the line and, uh-oh, plop! Before they could realize their mistake, Cone Cat tiptoed off to a quiet place and gobbled down the ice cream, licking up every last drop. It was heaven. And I never would have it never would have happened without the cone. So he was happy that he had his cone, and they didn't even realize what he'd done. He put ice cream into his cone and he snuck off. Plop. The next day, Cone Cat felt one of the tall humans scratching his neck. I hope they're not making it you tighter, he thought. Cone? But suddenly it was off his head. He was free again. Goodbye, he thought, as the human whisked the cone away. Goodbye forever. So they took the cone off his head. They pulled it off and he said, goodbye. Goodbye, cone. Goodbye forever. You're gone. Of course, he was happy to be back to his normal self. Happy to be Jeremy again. But looking back, he wondered, will anything ever compare to my glory days with the cone? He enjoyed getting the ice cream dropped into his cone, eating the Cheerios, putting the stuffing from the furniture into his cone. It didn't take him long to find out. Look at him knocking everything over. What a naughty little kitty. Naughty. The end. I hope you like that.